within Second Life, there's no better way to learn than doing a lot of the time. This picture up here I have res. It should show my big watermelon head saying friendly greetings, like in my video tutorials. And by the way, if you haven't heard of my video tutorials and all that, you can learn more about all this. Let me type in. Yeah, just use that URL. It'll give you more information. Here Island is what it's called. It's a joke. Like, you are here. Ravenel and I built this together. A labor of love, truly, although for professional purposes, it will show you my video tutorials teaching you how to do so many things in Second Life, as well as tips and tricks you may have not known before, like how to turn off the typing animation and sound, or how to use click actions. If you don't use click actions and you're selling stuff, by the way, I highly encourage it. It's in the General tab of the Edit palette, and it allows people to use a single left click. I also hold office hours on my island every Thursday at noon, Second Life, or Pacific time, rather. I just hold, like the picture shows, I encourage people to discuss with me, ask questions, all my dear residents of Second Life, whoever can make it. And that's the story of my Second Life in a nutshell. I know there's many, many tangents I could go on. And so I would like to take some questions, but please do type them in text, and I will answer them as quickly yet as courteously as I can. And thank you so much for being here with me. It's great. It is better than great. It is super fantastic. Okay, thank you so much. Let's see. Okay, about our anti-lag scripts, a scam. I'd have to see specifically what that's all about, because with our new mono server improvements, recompiling scripts for mono will improve performance in aggregate, especially, even for simple scripts. I would have to see what's marketed. But I definitely, on a general level, because I can't be specific here, I would definitely encourage you to be skeptical of any claims that sound like, get rich now, or it'll solve all your lag problems. Don't believe that. Instead, check out my video tutorials and our knowledge base. That's on secondlife.com/support, because there's a lot of debunking we need to do. There's a lot of lag myths we need to dispel. Thank you. And let me see here. Okay, Muse Carmona asks, do you object if people use the textures in other virtual worlds? Not at all. Feel free to use them in any virtual world. You can use them in any website, anywhere you please. There's no restriction. I want to keep that simple. Thank you, Amy. Amy Reina asks, as a mother of an autistic child, what advice could you give parents to support their child to succeed as well as you have? Certainly, I would encourage the aggregation, the accumulation of small victories. I got very discouraged as a child a lot of times because I would fail at things that I couldn't succeed in a single day. But my mom and my dad, they encouraged me a lot to, they had sort of opposite methods. Like my mom was more nurturing that way, whereas my dad was, get it done, son. That's how he talked. He was very Donald Trump-esque in his man of action philosophy. But I would always encourage your child never to compare him or herself too much to other people, because a lot of those comparisons are really baseless and useless in the long term. It's kind of like someone who tries to be a clone of Michael Jordan or Tiger Woods. They will never get there. Not only is it an unrealistic expectation, but because Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods are two very unique individuals. Be your own unique individual that other people will be aspired and inspired by you, but they will not be a clone of you. And also don't listen to bullies. I've been bullied a lot. Some of you may wonder, how could people bully a nice person like me? Well, it happens because I'm an easy, visible target for that. That's just how it happens. Some people, they like to say, down with that rose-tinted, happy, shiny crap. What the heck is up with that? But the reality is, I would rather simply have a happier first life and second life than a sad one. Wouldn't you? It's a very simple truth. And focusing your energy on that, like whenever in the past I've been tempted to attack or snipe someone, I think, well, if I spend that time complimenting and being with someone I love, the world's going to be a better place, person by person, small victories all adding up. That's exactly what I continue to do. Okay, let's see here. Let me see here. Oh, I'm sorry I can't really answer some of the technical questions here. They're outside of the scope, I think. But if you want to come to my office hours, help more with that, or at least point you to the right people. So, pardon if I missed some. The questions are coming in fast. Cato Romano asks, let's see, Asperger's with disability. Oh, my worst related AS-related disability would definitely have to be not being able to relate with certain kinds of things like body language. I have a hard time putting myself in the shoes of other people sometimes, but there's a flip side of that. The strength is I don't feel inhibited. There are some things which people go, what will everyone else think of me? But I think because of my Asperger syndrome, I never think that. I really don't. I just go for it. And Ray Hacks asks, let's see. Yes, it is always fine, no matter what condition someone has, if they have Asperger's even. Well, I would first talk to them to get a better understanding of who they are and to see if you can talk to them. But nonetheless, it's the end action that's the result. And I think that people, even people with Asperger's and autism, they need to be aware of treating other people kindly and adhering to the community standards. Even though it may be more difficult, it's more encouraging as well to overcome that. That's what I found too. Because in the past, I've treated people inappropriately without knowing. So a simple heart-to-heart talk, as they say, can really help. And that's always the human thing. Beyond rules, it comes down to humane understanding. And let's see. Well, no, Asperger's is no excuse for being a jerk. I don't think it is. Because I was a jerk before. I have been a jerk. But I've learned. I have learned. I think sometimes it's difficult, like I said, for people to relate. But communication, whether someone has Asperger's or someone speaks a foreign language, there are bound to be some sorts of communication barriers or gaps, and bridging those is what each and all of us should aspire for, not trying to use Asperger's as an excuse ever. I hate seeing that. I would rather seeing it used as a reason for, hey, you know, I'm having a hard time with this, please understand, but I'll reach out to you, will you reach back to me please, and we can do this better together.